and welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed the last video. If you haven't seen it, it's a... I swear I put my phone on silent. Evidently not. Now it's on silent. My last video is just a video on my business and what it's all about and kind of what I'm up to at the moment. So go give that a little look if you fancy. Today I thought I'd do a sort of chatty sewing video. You know how beauty bloggers do kind of chatty get ready with me videos? I thought I'd do a similar sort of thing, but just while I'm sewing. I'm currently making a product. It's going to be part of a collection which will be going up in the next couple of weeks. Very excited. So my video today is actually going to be 7 top tips on gift giving. Now, gift giving is something that for some people is like they absolutely love doing it and they're just natural at it, and it's something that's not particularly stressful for them. And for other people it can be a really stressful thing to have to do. And I'm kind of in the middle. I absolutely love giving presents, but then there's some people you're buying for and you're literally like, I have no idea what to buy them. Shall we get started? My first tip is to do with the cost of presents. Gifts which hold the most value, at least for me personally, are the ones that have a lot of thought has been put into them. Someone's actually put time and thought into that gift, and that makes it so much more special. So it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It could have cost them absolutely nothing, but just knowing that they really put time and thought into that gift and really tried to do something that I would really appreciate shows me how much they appreciate me. And that's what gifts are all about, really, isn't it? You're showing someone how much you appreciate them. My second tip actually kind of flows directly from that. If you really can't think of something to give someone, ask them. There's this culture of giving gifts just for the sake of giving gifts, and it's so wasteful, for one, and a waste of money, a waste of your money, and then that person's just stuck with this thing that they don't really know what to do with. I understand it's all coming from a good place, but just ask people. If you really don't know what to get them, ask them, because it's so much better to give someone something they can use, even better, something that they need, or something that they really, really, really would like, and that kind of goes into needing it. An example of my family and how we do it, and we tend to always ask each other. My best friend's family, it's not like that at all. There it's all about surprises and things like that, but they put a lot of time and thought into their gifts, and the gifts are almost always something that is wanted or needed. And so you don't have to ask, but I always think it's so much better to ask someone. On to my next tip. I've rambled on for a little bit about that one. My third tip for when you're struggling with what to get someone is just pay attention to them. Pay attention to what they're talking about. Maybe if you go out shopping together, what sort of things they're picking up. Maybe they've lost something recently that they absolutely loved. You could always get a new one of those. They're going to appreciate that so much. Or they might just hand it to you on a plate. For example, my last birthday, I was wittering on to my best friend about the fact that I was thinking about buying myself a new watch. And then my birthday came, and I opened my birthday present from her, and she got me this gorgeous watch, which I'm wearing right now. I wear it every day, and I love it to pieces, and it was something I really wanted and needed, and it was totally unexpected because I just didn't expect her to get it, and she just listened to me. And we'd actually been out together, and I'd looked at some watches when I was with her, talking about which ones I'd like, so she knew exactly which sort of ones I'd like. At least she just handed that one to her on a plate, and she just used her initiative. Thought, I know what I'm going to get her. This is, by the way, my best friend's family, who are all like amazing at gift giving. Anyway, okay, on to tip 4. So my fourth tip actually kind of goes a little bit against tip 2. But my fourth tip is some of the best gifts I've ever been given have been things that I wouldn't necessarily buy for myself, and those things have been things that I've absolutely loved having. A really simple example of this is a couple of Christmases ago, a friend bought me some scented candles. I'd never been into scented candles. I thought they were just kind of pointless, and now I absolutely love scented candles. I bought a new one yesterday. It's behind me. It smells amazing. Smells like a garden. All my examples are like examples of presents I've been given, so this just sounds like how to buy gifts for Becca guide. And my birthday's coming up. So buy something they wouldn't usually buy for themselves, and this is kind of going against point 2 because it might not be something they want or need, but it can be risky. So I would always suggest, this is kind of like a little extra tip on the side, I would always suggest, you don't have to give the receipt, but just be very open to that person and say, I realise you might not like this, don't worry, I'm not going to be offended if you don't like it, we can take it back, we can switch it for something you would like. Like, it's about giving people things that they want and need, but just be really open with them and don't be offended if they don't like it. It's not about you personally. Okay, so on to the next one. My 5th tip is give things that have a story behind it. I think it's such a nicer gift to get is when you're given it and there's a little story behind the gift. And a great way to do this is to buy things from small businesses. That way you often know a little bit about the person who made it or the background, or you can say just a story about where you found the item. And I think it's such a lovely sort of thing to have behind a gift. It's nicer to get something with a sort of a feeling to it. And then you're supporting local businesses or small businesses, and that's great for the economy, more environmentally friendly, ecological, blah 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 blah. It's better in every way. Do it. Actually no, it's a very nice little online store called Second Chapter, and they have really nice upcycled home decoration stuff. Would make great gifts. Self-plug. I should not wink. Winking is not something I am good at. Yes. I've like done 3 stitches for this whole video. Tip number 6. So my 6th tip is something that actually I think a lot of people do anyway. It's a pretty common thing to do, but I thought it's a good one to add in here because if you didn't know this tip, it's going to be really great. And that is to group together. So if you have a birthday coming up and you have a group of friends or the family, or even just 1 or 2 friends or 1 friend or whatever, wittering again, group together and pool your money, and then you're more able to buy something slightly of a higher price, which is, I thought of my friend cycling past, and you're not even just putting more money together so you're able to buy a better thing, but also you're putting more brain power into it because there's physically more people who you can discuss and bounce ideas off, and therefore you're more likely to get that person something that they really would like. And that way you can really give people special gifts. That's what me and my girlfriends from back home in England pretty much always do, is we put money together and buy each other nice presents, and it saves you a lot of money as well. It's a good way to be able to give people things which still are slightly costly. Yeah. Again, not that that's important. Time and thought is more important, but money helps. Let's admit it. That would be a lie if I said it doesn't. And my 7th and final tip is keep your eyes open. You're out shopping one day and you stumble across something that this friend you know would absolutely adore, and her birthday or his birthday isn't for another 3 months. Buy it anyway, because you can just save it, and that way when it actually comes to their birthday and it's got a really cool story behind it, it's really something that you know they're gonna love, or something a little bit more special. Because you know when it's just before someone's birthday and you've got that time crunch and you're like, oh my gosh, I have 1 day to buy this person's present, what shall I get them? And you end up just getting them something that's a bit naff and that you know they're not necessarily going to really appreciate just for the sake of getting them a gift. And it also shares out the cost a little bit, so it spreads out the cost. Like if you have a big month like April for me, where you have like 15,000 birthdays, it spreads out that cost a little bit in that month. Yes, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this style. If it doesn't work, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a bit boring because I'm sat here like not really looking at the camera properly. I don't know. And yeah, just have a lovely day or evening or whatever you're up to right now. I hope it's wonderful, and I will see you